This is the SPCE 1-month overview reading for the month of March 2023. It's currently February 12th, 2023, 12:08 a.m. Eastern Time. SPCE at the time of this reading, $4.98. We've had a little bit of a pullback just recently off of the 200-day, as expected. And the March, where'd it go? The March S&P 500 shuffle file, which we're about to watch, was created on January 21st, 2023, 11:36 p.m. Eastern Time. So the overall theme and behavior for the month, guys, we have a notable breakout standing out on a multi-day chart scale. It's crossed with an important crest or peak, at which point we do some sideways rotation along it, like a new support at a higher level, like a support at a high. Behavior around the high, we have a decline to and through a support level on the scale of 1 month, and then we meet a second support level and rotate sideways along that support out of the high. Behavior around the lowest low, there's a rally that increases with momentum out of the low, increases with momentum over time. So what I'm picking up on here is we actually have probably a high here at the end of the month, and probably a higher price level even in the early into April. On the first, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. There's a trade opportunity there, which we'll talk about in the paid version of this video. On the second, there's a support level, a key support level on the scale of 1 month that we revisit in the midst of some sideways rotation and a sharp dip. We revisit a support level that was recently a past opportunity. And it looks like we're coming out of higher levels. We were declining into March, so there's a notable reversal. Matter of fact, it looks like there's a key technical price level that's highlighted throughout the week, at least on the second and the third, probably the first, second, third, and fourth. But there's a key resistance level here that's highlighted, and a notable reversal on the third that would stand out on the 1 month. Looks like we have a rally that starts. It starts on the first, continues into the third. There's a peak or crest on the third or the sixth, and then there's a key technical price level on the sixth that we meet, a key technical resistance level that we meet, and then we decline with increasing volatility into a prominent trough or low that we have on the 7th. On the 7th, there's multiple false bottoms or multiple false tops. Let me see here. Both. There's multiple false bottoms and tops on the 7th, and then on the 8th, we decline pretty notably on a 1 month scale. There's some bearish price swings and a sharp drop there on the 8th. On the 9th, another trade opportunity, which we'll get into in the paid version. There's a key technical price level highlighted again there. Looks like we have a prominent crest or peak that's formed probably midday on the 9th. Oh, I left out a couple things here. So there was also a prominent trough on the 6th. On the 12th, there's a notable shakeout of some sort of technical behavior that really leads us to do the wrong thing, possibly. It looks like it's a decline. It's a decline day on the 12th, and then on the 13th, we have a notable rally standing out on a 1 month. Offering an opportunity to open up a short position. We most likely have the lowest low for the month here on the 13th, so we go from this rally early in the day, or maybe late on the 12th, offering an opportunity to open up a short position that could then be closed at the end of the day on the 13th. There's a day trade in there. I'll talk more about the trades, guys. This is a pretty tricky one, so I wouldn't just go off of what I said. There's more to it. I'll talk more about that in the paid version. On the 14th, there's actually like a day trade and another trade in there on the 13th. On the 14th, notable decline through multiple support levels on the 1 month scale. On the 15th, looks like we have a yeah, so on the 15th, there's a bit of a rally along a diagonal trend line into probably towards the end of the day, and then we declined pretty hard overnight into the 16th, and throughout the 16th we declined through a support level that we recently declined through once before. Probably brings us back to. It might bring us back to the same price levels. I don't know. There's a pretty big move on the 13th to the upside, so it might not bring us back to the same low. But in any case, there's a pretty strong decline here, end of day 15th through the 16th, possibly even over the weekend. There's a key technical price level or key resistance level highlighted on the 20th, and we declined pretty hard after meeting that resistance level into a prominent trough or low towards the end of the day. A trade opportunity there as well. And then on the 21st, there's a failed attempt to break through key resistance on a 1 month scale, followed by a decline through key support. On the 22nd, there's a prominent crest or peak for the month, probably late morning session, and we attempt to establish support. There's a near overbought crest or peak that we sell off from on the 23rd. Decline continues on the 24th, offering an opportunity to trade, which I'll talk about in the paid version. On the 27th, a prominent trough, and another trade opportunity in the midst of a sideways S kind of formation where we decline from a resistance to support, back to resistance, back to support, and then we have probably our highest high yet for the month here on the 28th. This is very likely where the highest high is, although we may have a highest high at the very end of the month, and likely a higher price level in early April. I'd have to look at the April reading to be sure, but that's my sense. So on the 28th, the highest high very likely would have a prominent crest or peak there, and trade opportunity as well. Looks like we gapped down overnight onto the 29th, and then there's another big move to the upside, possibly pushing the upper end of a range higher, which is why I say we might see higher levels even in the 30th or 31st. In the 30th, we actually have a prominent trough, followed by a prominent crest at the end of the day. Looks like we rally into a resistance level, and then we decline from that resistance with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down into... Looks like a high, maybe on the cusp there of the 30th, 31st, another high for the month. And upper end of a range highlighted there on the 31st. Sneak preview for April. We have a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. So there's a prominent high and a prominent low for the year, both here in March, right, based on the 1 year. And look at that, we have a high, it looks like probably a higher high, or possibly, it'll be our highest high yet for the year there in April. Alright guys, that's the SPCE reading for March 2023. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, my friends. The most important part of the whole channel is to follow the golden rule, or follow the rule of karma for the channel, which is to take 5% of the profits that you make from the information in this channel and pay it forward. Someone that needs it, doesn't see it coming, maybe a charity. We have some charity donation links here on the resources tab of our website, and then another 5% of that profits back to the channel. To show your gratitude for the hard work that we do, and to keep the channel producing new content. Also, it's a way to say to the universe, hey, I know there's more to come. And that's really what it's about, guys, is abundance mentality. You get what you put out there, right? So follow the abundance mentality and do that every time you make money, not like putting it off. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100,000. You want to do it every single time you make money to maintain that abundance flow. Most important part of that rule, guys, is make sure whatever you spend that money on, you spend it out of love. As long as you do that, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. Stay tuned, my friends, for the paid version where we get into the best trades that I see for the month. I'll see you guys on the next one.